Have you ever heard the expression fat over lean but wondered what it means? If you're going to produce an effective oil painting that will last, you need to understand the principle, otherwise your oil painting could completely fail. Don't worry though, in this clip I'm going to explain what fat over lean is and how you can use it effectively with water mixable oils. Fat over lean simply means that the first few layers need to be applied thinly. This is done so that the layers dry faster. The faster drying time keeps the finished painting from wrinkling or cracking. One way of achieving this is to use more water mixable oils in the paint in subsequent layers to make sure that they don't dry before the base layers do. Fat over lean is tied up with three main factors that go into a ballast oil painting. That is adhesion, drying time and sheen. You need to ensure that all of these elements are balanced, otherwise you could end up with the paint cracking, for example. So first I'm going to show you how to approach the fat over lean method using water with water mixable oils. So once you apply the paint becomes oxidized, and this oxidization process continues forever essentially. After a few days, maybe a week, it will be dry to the touch. But it does not mean that the paint is completely dry. For a layer like this, it could take up to a year. A thinner layer may be about 6 months. Due to changes in humidity, the painting layer is expanding and shrinking externally and internally. The more binder the paint contains, the bigger the movement. The paint will get harder in time and the movement will reduce. It is important that you add the thin or lean layers before the thick or fat layers, as if you don't, when the thick layers start to expand, you will see cracks in the paint. With water mixable oils, one way to start fat over lean is to start with lots of water. Mix the water with the paint and make a very watery mixture. If your layer is lean, this will ensure that there is adequate adhesion. It's important that the paint adheres, otherwise in time it could rub off or flake off if varnished. Doing all of these things is important as it leads to pieces of work that have strong archival value. So this approach that I've just used is fine. If I want the work to be thoroughly smooth, say for example for skin tones, I prefer to use medium. So for this I use Winsor & Newton Artisan water mixable oil painting medium, and this medium increases the luminosity and flexibility of the paint. It's slow drying and it reduces yellowing and enriches dull patches. Sometimes you get dull patches in your work where it can sink into the canvas or whatever surface you're painting on. So I'm going to start by adding a tiny amount of water to the first lean layer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the medium to some paint and I will apply that. Then what I'll do is I'll add a tiny amount of water to the medium in a jar, shake it, and that will make an emulsion. So then I'm going to add some of this to the paint. And then for the last layer, I will add more of the medium to the emulsion, making it a fatter layer because it has more oil-based medium, and that means it's making it a fatter layer. The more layers you add, the more medium you need to add. So then you are following the fat on lean principle. I hope you found this clip useful and that you'll be able to join me in the next clip in the series on water mixable oils, which is about glazing with water mixable oils. If you would like to learn more about water mixable oils, then please click on the playlist above.